Is the frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Is anyone using this frequency? Is the frequency occupied? Is anyone using this frequency? CQ15, CQ15 meters, CQ15, CQ15 meters, Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey. Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey calling. CQ15, CQ15 meters, CQ15, CQ15 meters, Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey. Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey calling. CQ15, CQ15 meters, CQ15, CQ15 meters, Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey. Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey calling. CQ15, CQ15 meters, CQ15, CQ15 meters, Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey. Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey calling.
Golf Zero Delta Radio Mexico.
Yeah, on that 7 seat up.
Golf Zero Delta Radio Mexico. Yeah, good evening, old man. Thanks for giving me a call. Maybe be 5 and 7 at the moment. We'll see on the next over. My name is Vic. Victor India Charlie. Located southeast Bulgaria in the Yamul province. G0DRM LZ7CW.
Okay, very good evening to you, Vic LZ7CW G0DRM. You're 5 and 9, no problem at all this evening. And my name is David at Denmark, America, Victoria, Italy, Denmark. We're running 100 watts from an ICOM 7600 into a rotary dipole. LZ7CW, G0DRM, over.
Yeah, roger, David. Yeah, 575 and 8 at the moment. G0DRM LZ7CW. Ah, and it sounds nice. It is a good radio, isn't it? Yeah, I'm running here 200 watts from the radio, the ICOM 7850. I have mono. No, I don't have mono band. I have a 2LE quad, a 2LE quad, and it's up at 50 feet, David. Been a bit cooler today, thank goodness. We're only 21 at the moment, 22. But we've had a lot of 35, 36, 37s. You may have seen southeast Europe. But the last few days has been it's been a godsend, you know. It's been very cool, overcast, and a little bit of rain. It sounds like the UK, I think. G0DRM LZ7CW.
Okay, LZ7CW G0DRM. I'll find on the quad. I used to have one of those many years ago, multi-band, but caused a lot of interference, so it went, and I bought M8, one of those Cushcraft mini beams, which was very good indeed. So yes, the WX here has been a cold night, plus 6.9 degrees centigrade. Sunny period still just this afternoon, high of about 21, and then it clouded over, and there's a yellow weather warning of thunderstorms from 4 a.m. in the morning onwards over us. But I believe my daughter lives in Cheltenham, and they've had rain already. So the QTH here is the town of Nantwich in the southern part of the county of Cheshire, Vic. LZ7CW, G0DRM, over.
G0DRM, LZ7CW, hey, twist the 9. Just the once, David. The audio sounds excellent from the, as I said, 7600. Yes, oh my goodness, plus 6.9. That's what we get in winter. And maybe a little bit higher. It's getting warmer in the winter now. the last couple of years, there's been no minus 14s and 20s that people used to talk about. I've seen well over minus 9s when I first got here, but that's all. It seemed to be disappearing. And last year was the hottest year. It really was. It was 39 every day. I mean, even 37s and 35s. We've had maybe 2 or 3 months now. You know, you have to close the curtains, pull the blinds down, whatever, to keep the sun out from coming inside. And you can't do too much in the garden. When you see a few clouds coming over, you know, if you've got a bit of a project on, you've got to get out there. You can't spend your life inside in the day and night time too. So you've got to go out there, and even just to sit in at the back in the shade. It's a bit boring. You see a cloud come over, and you've got to get out for 10-15 minutes to make some adjustments to something you're working on. I think it's coming down now. It's coming down, thank goodness. I'm sure we've never said this in my life before, but can't wait for winter. G0DRMLZ7CW.
Okay, LZ7CW, G0DRM with a final to you. Okay, very good. I remember working in the snows in Lancashire and around Oldham, that sort of way from I remember recording temperatures of minus 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think the worst I recorded is minus 16 many years ago, but long gone. But we still have cool winters, that's for sure. In fact, sometimes cold, but that's how it goes, I'm afraid. But anyway, there we go. Anyway, nice to work you, Vic. You have a good evening, what's left of it. Very little left here. It's 8:30 clock time over here, and it's dark already outside. So I reckon autumn's been with us for the last few weeks, and officially it's meteorological autumn tomorrow. So 73 on that note, and look forward to working you again on another band. LZ7CW, G0DRM.
G0DRM, LZ7CW, and nice to work you for the first time, David. You take care and stay safe. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Bye-bye, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
2 Echo 0, Victor Papa Fox.
Yeah, 2 Echo 0, Victor Papa Fox. That sounds a bit... I'll give you a report on the next over. I didn't quite catch the meter. I'm looking at the clock for David. 2031. I've got my clock on the radio. Yeah, they never always used to put clocks on radios, did they? Even though it wouldn't cost them a dime, really, would it? But now we've got it, and so I'm on UK time with my radio. Of course, I have the my console, my weather console, a bit further away, which is telling me it's 22:30 here. I'll give you a report. His name is Vic. Victor India Charlie, report on the next over. Located southeast Bulgaria in the Yambol province. Nice to hear on 15. 2E0 VPFLZ7CW.
Yeah, excellent. Nice to meet you, Vic. I've heard you on in the past many times, but never had an antenna up to speak. So you're 20 over with me, cracking signal. I'm in North Staffordshire, near to Stoke-on-Trent, and I was interested to see your pictures on QRZ, especially of the rally factory. I've spent 20 years in the cycle industry, Vic, over.
Yeah, Roger. What was your name again, please?
I'm sorry, name here is Steve, okay?
Yeah, Roger, Steve. Yeah, I couldn't resist that. I found that picture. And I'm sure there's no one else has got a good picture like that. Certainly not on the internet. Yeah, I didn't mention... Oh, in Staffs. Yeah, we got took over by Tube Investments, I think, the rally at the time, in the 60s. And we had a lot of guys coming from Birmingham into the cycle service departments. But the original guys on that picture, they was all the rally guys, and me somewhere at the back. I can't believe I even looked like that when I was maybe 16 or 17, 18. It must have been a bad day for me, or a bad night. Yeah, I've still remembered some names. You know, you never forget, do you? When people are good people. It's yeah. I just put that on a couple of days ago. I thought I've got to get this on the internet, this picture, because I bet there's a lot of people out there wanting to I don't know, bump into it and think, oh my, I can't believe this. You know. I've not seen it on any rally or Tube Investments sites. 2E0VPFLZ7CW.
Yeah, excellent. It's a great picture, and it reminds me of the old shop I used to work for. And the name of it was Brian Rourke Cycles, and he was a very, very big rally dealer back in the day. Yeah, it's a great picture, and obviously reading about the gentleman who didn't come home from lunch, that was really quite sad. But anyway, Vic, I'm not sure whether you're expecting a SCAD call or not, but I just had to call in and say hello to you. Great signal and a great photo of the bike trades of years gone by. Over.
Yeah, Roger, Steve. No, I don't. I've got no skeds. I don't work DX unless the DX gives me a call. I don't even look up and down the band. If they, if no one gives me a call, I just switch off and go to the fridge and get a drink. Yeah, that Jack. It still brings tears to my eyes. You know what the aerial leader was, don't you? You know what that type of bike was. It was a good bike, wasn't it? But he went home from Lenton to Beeston, just a bit further up the road for his hour lunch. He always used to go home on the bike for his 1 hour lunch. Everyone else didn't bother. Even Fred, he went over to the Crown, a hotel, across the road and drank his 6 pints in 1 hour. My poor old Jack was lying under a truck. It was a sad day. I've seen a few sad times in that department. I don't mention the foreman. He was an Hitler type person. There was Dennis on the oil, 3-in-1 oil. You've heard of the 3-in-1, haven't you? Steve, 3-in-1 oil. There used to be one guy in that 60s shoving those little cans. It was not automated. Those little 3-in-1 oil under the machine, and it was a room on his own. Dennis, he came from Newark. he somehow got from Newark to Nottingham, and still clocked in for 7:30. He must have been up early. He was a little guy. There were some nice people. Take care for now, Steve. All the best, and I'm glad you enjoyed that picture. 2E0VPFLZ7CW.
Still got some of that in this yard. All the best for 7.3 and 2.
Yeah, you've disappeared now, Steve. You take care. Please stay safe. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Bye-bye. Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey, still listening. CQ on 15. CQ 15 meters. CQ 15. CQ 15 meters, Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey. Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey calling. Okay, we're going over to 18140. 18140, anyone copying me? We'll try 18140. Yeah, 18130. 18130. It's 18125. 18125. Is anyone using this frequency? Is this frequency occupied? Is anyone using the frequency? Is the frequency occupied? CQ17, CQ17 meters. CQ17 meters, Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey. Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey calling. CQ17 meters, CQ17 meters, Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey. Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey calling. CQ17 meters, CQ17 meters, Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey. Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey calling.
Mexico 7 Fox Lima, over.
Yeah, got Lima, Fox Lima, please go again.
Yep, Mexico 7 Fox Lima, over.
Yeah, good evening, old man. I got you. Only 5 and 2, but I copied you. Mike 7 Fox Lima. This is Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey. Good evening. Thanks for giving me a call. The name is Vic. Victor India Charlie. Located southeast Bulgaria in the Yambol province. Mike 7 Fox Lima. Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey.
Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey, Mexico 7 Fox. The operating name is Roger, Romeo Oscar Golf Echo Romeo, and I'm located on the eastern side of the UK, about 70 miles of London, over.
Yeah, Roger, I got the Radio Oscar Bravo. Was it Robert, over?
Negative, Roger, Radio Oscar Golf Echo Radio, Romeo Oscar Golf Echo Romeo, over.
Ah, right, you're up to 5 and 5 now, my goodness. Yeah, Roger. Mike 7 Fox Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey. Yeah, nice to hear you for the first time, I think. Roger. Ah, that was a big increase. 5 and 5. You didn't give me a report, I don't think. Did I mention the name is Vic, in case you didn't copy it on the last over. Victor India Charlie, located southeast Bulgaria in the Yambol province. And I'm running 200 watts, 200 watts from the ICOM 7850 and 2LE quad. It's up there 50 feet, Roger. Mike 7 Fox Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey.
Mexico 7 Fox Lima returning. Yep, all got no problem at all. Your report to me is 59, over.
Yeah, thanks for that, Roger. Thanks for that report. Yeah, I wonder what power you're running. You maybe, I don't know what the power is nowadays. It used to be 10 watts. It's probably increased now to 50. I don't know. I'm on battery power here. I only have battery. I don't have electricity. And I've got a big battery upstairs in the top bedroom. a 200 amp battery. It's been overcast today. It's been a bit cooler than the last few days than it has been for the last 3 months. It's been about well over 35s and all those things. But we're down to 22 right now, so it's only been 25 today, overcast. But my two solar panels, they seem to charge up pretty well. I've got things sorted. So yeah, I've got the fan blowing the back of the radio just to keep it a little bit cooler. We're 25 inside, and keep me also nice and cool. Roger. Mike 7 Fox Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey.
Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey, Mexico 7 Fox Lima returning. Only 25 watts here, it's 25 watts into ZS6 BKW antenna. I hope that you're copying the okay still.
Yeah, no problem. 5 and 4 with your BKW antenna. It is a good antenna, isn't it? If you can get it high enough, you work the world. A mate of mine in the UK, somewhere in Norfolk, they used to have the BKW at 40 feet. It's a bit high, 40 feet, isn't it? Some people can get there, some people can't. And it was always a big signal. But he had an amplifier as well. But you're only on 25 watts. Well, thanks again, Roger, for giving me a call. Hopefully you are safe and well. And please enjoy the rest of the weekend. Mike 7 Fox Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey.
Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey, Mexico 7 Fox Lima returning. Okay, Vic, good to get you in the log for the first time. 5390 Sierra. I hope to hook up with you again. I was just looking on your QRZ page at the photograph of you with your dogs. What dogs are they then?
Sorry, Roger, what was that question again, please?
I was just looking on your QRZ page and I saw you've got quite a photograph on there with the dogs over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the dogs in the whelping box. Yeah, that's a long time ago. That was something like in the 80s. In the 80s. Yeah, we used to breed the Dobermans. When I was married, the Dobermans, and I don't know why at the time I just couldn't resist getting in the whelping box. And whoever, I can't remember who took, it could have been my missus. My ex. It's a good picture. What do you think, over?
Yeah, lovely pictures. I was also looking at you on the Z-Sale, I think it is. I just reminiscing. I think my brother had the Z750, over.
Yeah, the Z1000. Yeah, that was a good bike. Look at the condition of it. I think I had that well over a year. But I wanted a BMW when I had that for maybe a year. I wanted the K100. You see me on the BMW K100. It wasn't a good bike. Mine wasn't a good bike. A lot of vibration. Something wrong with the engine. But they wouldn't take my my Kawasaki J2. It was a Kawasaki J2 1000. It wasn't a Z1000. It was a J2 1000. It had just 2,000 miles on the clock. When I traded my small car in for it, it was I think they wanted 1,300 quid. A long time ago, 82, I think, 1982. Yeah. They didn't want to trade me, to give me a good deal. I think they only offered 1,200 quid maybe first. I drove off. But then I came back, because it was a car company. It was a car, it was a car forecourt. But the motorbike was in the office, in the foyer. Just one bike. They must have took it part exchange for a car or something. But I got them to give me 1,300, and I drove away with a bike, and they had that. They crap Nissan that got slipping clutch. They didn't test the Nissan. I think it was a small Nissan, but it got a slip-in clutch. It was a fabulous bike. Mike 7 Fox Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey.
Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey, Mexico 7 Fox Lima returning. Yeah, great story, Vic. Yeah, I understood about the Kawasaki. Yeah, my brother had the Z750 that was his pride and joy. Sadly, he passed away about 2 years ago, but it was great memories. He absolutely adored that bike, and he had the 4-into-1 exhaust on, I think, and found it a treat. Okay, Vic, you take care, mate, and we'll hook up again. Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey, M7 Fox Lima 73, Vic.
Mike 7 Fox Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey. Yeah, one the BMW shop on the same road as the Kawasaki shop wouldn't take my Kawasaki in part exchange for the K100. The K100. I went to the Kawasaki shop and I says, "Do you want to buy?" They used to adjust my carburetors and the shims. That's all they did. I changed the oil myself, but I just wanted them to adjust the shims, and and it ticked over absolutely fabulous, about 400 revs a minute. But I went back to them and I said, "Do you want to buy the bike?" And he says, "Yeah, we'll give you 1,200 quid for it." I'd only paid about the same price a year or so ago, but it still looked in fabulous nick. And I said, "I'll think about it." I went away. They knew the bike because they was servicing it. I gave them a call. I said, "I want 1,300 quid, okay?" They says, "Yeah, we'll give you 1,300 quid." So I took the bike in. They knew the bike. The next day it was in the forecourt, this small shop. It was in for £1,650. £1,650. He sold the same day. He did. Oh, they made a good, had a good day. Take care, Roger. Mike 7 Fox Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey. Good night, thank you. Yeah, you take care, Roger. You're way down now, but hopefully you got that last that last little bit. 7-3. Stay safe. Bye bye.
Hello, Vic.
24, India, Yankee.
Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey listening.
Lima Zulu 7 Charlie Whiskey, Golf 0 Sugar Victor Yankee.
Well, that's a big signal. I don't think I've heard that call before. It could be our first time, is it? Dave, how are you? Over.
Bloody hell, Vic, where you been hiding? I'm fine. I hope you're keeping well, mate. And yeah, you're 5 and 9 plus with me. Don't know if I've got the dipole pointing at you. It's pointing somewhere. Just been listening to Canada. We have the DXpedition on some Prince St. Paul Island or something, but a lot of stations calling, and you're just down 5 from him. So I see that signal on the scope. I thought I could have a little listen who that was, and I just heard one word, and I said to Tony, who is on frequency on 2 meters with me, I said, "That's Vic." Now listen. Tony's got his new antenna up. We've been working all week on the quad, and it's up, and he's on the side, Vic. Over.
Yeah, Roger, Dave, and good evening, Tony. I was hoping to hear something from you somewhere or another about the quad. Hopefully you're happy with it. I got you 5 and 9 plus 5 at the moment, Dave. I've been on every night. I am. I start off at. We're on 17 meters. We're not on 20, are we? I start off at 15. Yeah, I've been on 15. I worked a couple of stations on 15. tonight, and then I flicked over when it got. I just flicked over, and then I'm working my way up to 20. But I don't think I'm going to make 20, Dave. Hopefully you're both safe and well, and the antenna is performing and went together absolutely perfect. G0SVY LZ7CW.
Yeah, okay, Vic. LZ7CW. Golf Zero Sugar Victor Yankee with company. M0 video on the side. Just talking to me on 2 meters there. Yeah, everything's good. The antenna, yeah, it went together okay. What were we? We were a full day stripping everything down, taking the opti beam off the tower and all the coax and everything. We did that last week, and then this week on Wednesday we were 10.5 hours putting most of the quad together, and then on Thursday we were another 6 hours just finishing the reflector and getting it up in the air. And Tony's been on the air quite a bit since, so I'll let him put it round to him, Vic, and he can give you a call. You can give him a report. I think he's very happy, and it has done what we wanted it to do, and that's cure his noise level, because he had a lot of noise level because he lives in a built-up area, but it's definitely cut that down for him, and he's very happy with the transmit as well. So I'll put it round to Tony if you don't mind, Vic, and he can give you a call. M0 Video and the group G0SVY.
Yeah, lovely. Thanks, Dave. And a very good evening, Vic. How you doing? Lovely to hear you on. 5.9 plus about 10 dB here, Vic. Sounding lovely as always. And I hope all is well with you. Yes, big thanks to Dave. The antenna's up and a little fiddly, to say the least. We got there in the end. We certainly got there in the end, and I was Dave's labourer for the couple of days. I fetched and carried, and all the effort and everything really needs to go to Dave, because he built it. 7CW, M0 Video.
Yeah, good evening, Tony. M0 Video, G0SVY, LZ7CW. Yeah, you're touching the 9. There's some QSB on both of you. You're about the same signal strength, I think. Dave came in at 5 and 9 plus 5, then he drifted down to about 5 and 6, 5 and 5, and you came in at 5 and 5, and then just drifted up to 5 and 9. Yeah, hopefully you're happy with it. There's not much there for all that money, is there, really? I did work, I don't know whether you've heard of Mike, G3 SED. G3 SED, he did have an emporium, or he's long gone now. I think he's retired, but he owned an emporium selling radios and stuff down in Southampton somewhere. But he said he came on to me on 17 meters, I think. He may be listening now, I don't know. And a few weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and asked me about this antenna, because I did say to look at the parts, you know, 900 plus euro, whatever. It doesn't seem that, you know, and the wire. It doesn't seem as though, but it's the job it does, isn't it, really? You know, it's the job it does. And it's nice to be able to just flick on one antenna on the radio and be on all those bands. I wonder what it's like on 20. No problems. I wonder whether he tie wrapped anything like I did, or whether he just went with the manual. But hopefully you're safe and well, Tony. Radio still sounds absolutely fabulous. M0 Video LZ7CW.
Yeah, okay, Vic, no problem. The band dropped out on us. Back to me, I'll check before I go on.
Yeah, 14165, Dave. Try 14165. Tell Tony 14165, over. Do you copy me, Dave? 14165 or they're around. I think someone's on 14, maybe 14163. I'll give a call out if you can copy me, over. Fourteen one six five. Dave and Tony. Thereabouts, maybe 14163. Give us a call. Get on that frequency. Let's carry on, over.
Video.
Is the frequency occupied?
I've asked 3 times, Vic, and Christ, you're strong on here. Nobody's come back 3 times of me asking.
Yeah, who is this, please?
This is Tony, M0 VDO.
Roger, Tony. Yeah, I did check the frequency a couple of times. I'm backwards and forwards to 17. On the 20. And I could hear someone talking in the background, but you did hear me. So you've got it over to Dave now on 2 meters. And yeah, you're on 20. Absolutely fabulous, over.
Yeah, Christ almighty, you're 20 over the 9, Vic. 20 dB
I'm here as well, Vic.
When you come and ask us the frequency...
Yeah, got you, Dave.
Jump. Christ almighty, you're strong on here. So, yeah, it's certainly, this band's certainly much better. It's far more open than the other band is. So, very good, Vic. Yeah, 5.9 plus 20 dB, mate, yeah?
Yeah, Roger, Tony. I just heard Dave in the background saying I'm here as well. Isn't it nice when you can just flick, flick, flick? And you've got 5 bands to flick. And what height is the antenna, please, Tony, over?
Well, that's a good question, that is, Vic. And I think Dave could probably be a bit more accurate. He's better with the measurements. But I think I'd be safe to say the boom is sitting at about could I say 35, 36 feet. The boom's sitting at 12 meters. 12 meters. Dave's just informed me on 2 meters. It's the antenna sat at 12 meters, Vic, yeah?
Aye, yeah. You're on 15. Just 15. You did blasting with 20, but just down to 15 now. With just a little bit of QSB. All right, 12 meters. That's good height, isn't it? Absolutely. What's mine? All right, I'm on my big antenna now. It's at 60 feet. You know that, I think. And still running 200 watts here. Well, about 190 watts, and still I'm on battery here. But yeah. So you're pleased with it? So what did it take? About 2 weeks. 2 weeks over to get it up and running, over?
No. We did it in 2 days, Vic. 2 days. We did it in about 16 hours. I think was the total time. But what we did was we built up the director and the boom. I say we. Dave built all this. Right? Me and Luke, his son, we just fetched and carried stuff for him. And then we came back the second day for which was really quite an easy day on the second day. Not so taxing and stressful. Putting the reflector together and adding that on. And getting it up in the air, a bit of twisting and tweaking to get things straight, but all good. Vic, there was one question I was going to ask you, and how does yours fare in the wind? How do you find yours in the wind? I know big signals say it's good for 100-mile-an-hour winds, but I'm just wondering what's your findings with it on the wind. And just to answer one other question, I'm over the moon with the antenna. The one thing, both me and Dave, we spoke about this quite a lot, and that was receive. I wanted to improve on my receive, and I must say it's 2 or 3 S points quieter, the band noise or noise in general, but signals are as good if not better. So yeah, it's a win-win situation. Vic, back to you.
Yeah, Roger, Tony. Yeah, Dave did say I'm sure Dave did say that it's much quieter than the last antenna. Yeah, I've forgotten the question now. Oh, dear. Yeah, I've forgotten the question. It's just gone. It's a woof. It's gone over there. Tony. Oh, only 2 days. That's brilliant. I had my my boom and all the spreaders. The spreaders were all marked out. I had a problem with the spreaders, to tell you the truth, because I marked out where the wires was going to go for the different bands. But the thing is, the flat piece on the spreader goes to the flat on the boom mounting plate, you know, and then you can't see nothing. You're thinking, is this the with me anyway? But I sitting on a tree that's blown down over the winter when I first got it, and even the snow was settling on it because it was very early. I think it was February. I could have been last year. Time just flies by now, doesn't it? And then all of a sudden the garden seemed to dry out, and I could walk on the garden, and but it was that flat part, you know, and they have I think they have a sticker on that flat part, and it says the band, you know, or some information. But once you stick it on the plate, you haven't got that information. It's gone. And then when you recheck, and you can't recheck you have to either undo all I did anyway, or mark on the back on the round part to know what it's for, because this is different lengths, isn't there? There's 4 different lengths, you know. Well, Dave did all that, I guess. But it just got to me. That little bit. I need to recheck, and then when I can't recheck because that little label has been obscured because I've had to screw it onto the plate, and it was on the flat part. Oh, and the wind. That's right. You mentioned the wind. Yeah, well, I've got it on the tenor mast at 50 feet. It's not a full height tenor mast now, because it did take a bit of a dive a couple of years ago, and it actually was on August the 17th a couple of years ago. And I missed August 17th this year, actually, when I arrived in Bulgaria. It was the August the 17th, but I missed celebrating that date. It was already the 20th when I realised I missed the 17th. But it's not a guide. It slightly leans a little bit forward, just a little bit forward. But we've had some winds, and it rocks and rolls, and I can hear it squeaking. Even the tenor mast, the lower part that's fixed, you know, it does move a little bit. But I haven't dropped it, and it's got to be over a year now since I put it up, and it's surviving. There is nothing moving. Even the tie wraps, they haven't changed. The spacing is still the same. It's working. Yeah, absolutely fabulous. So we'll see what Dave's got to say, Tony. G0SVYLZ7CW.
Yeah, LZ7CW with M0 Video, Golf Zero Sugar Victor Yankee. Fantastic signal, Vic, on this band. You were great on 17, and then the band just took a dive. Well, I don't know what happened. It was like someone turned the lights out. But there you go. You're running about 20 dB on the peaks on here. Pretty much the same as you were when I first heard you on 17. But yeah, okay on everything. Yeah, the antenna, the instructions are diabolical. Well, there ain't any, is there? If you want for, the information we had off of you and the YouTube videos, and then a bit of knowledge, not too much knowledge though. We'd have still been there now putting it together. I tell you what, we will do in the future is, on the reflector where you soldered everything together, We didn't use their crimps. We did crimp it, but we used some different ones that were much better quality and much stronger because we didn't want it coming apart. But I might solder it as well. I might, when it comes over in the first bad weather, we might solder them as well. But so far, so good. We've had a little bit of breeze, nothing too much, but we'll see how it goes. And Tony wanted to get back on the air. He was off the air for a couple of weeks because we had to wait for the right weather to do it, and we'd taken the other one apart, and all that. We sorted all the coax and everything out, and the rotator cable. The boom's at about 12 meters. The bottom of the element is about halfway down the rotator cage, and then the top of the elements are right up in the air, much higher than his beam. His beam was at about 11 meters with his 2 meter at 12 meters, but now the quad boom is where the 2 meter used to be. Anyway, that's a long story. Anyway, I want to ask you a question. How much you had to drink because you're forgetting everything and muddling everything up, over?
Yeah, thanks for that, Dave. It is Dave, isn't it? Yeah, well, I'm getting on now, I'm a 46 variety. Yeah. You know what that means. And it's been a bit cooler today, thank goodness. We're only on 22 outside now. It's been about 25 all day, and we've had a bit of rain. Yeah, well, the memory's not so good. I used to think my memory was improving, but maybe on the radio it's not. I don't know. Don't know, Dave. Yeah, well, it's working well, isn't it? I mean, it's a little bit stronger than you, Dave, unfortunately. You're only on the 10. Tony's on touching the 20 now and again. Maybe it's time you got one as well. I don't know. I did work. Did I ever tell you that you may have heard me mention that I worked on 17 meters. Mike G3SED. He had the Emporium in Southport or somewhere like that, Southampton, and now he's retired. But he said he'd never had a quad, and he asked me about a quad. Yeah, I've still got his recording. But I forgot to mention, you've heard of the Gem Quad. Have you heard of the Gem Quad? The Gem Quad. I've always wanted a Gem Quad, and they seem to, I mean, they're just the same length and all that, But something about the Gem Quad. They don't make Gem Quads anymore. But I forgot to mention even to anyone that a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago, there was one for sale. A Gem Quad, brand new. Out of the garage, been stored for all these years. Even with the spool of copper wire still on the roll. And everything looked absolutely brand spanking new, They say it's a bee's knees of quads, the Gem Quad. And I sent him an email at the time and offered him 500 quid for it. He just started up, to take it off eBay, he just started up advertising it on eBay. I offered him 500 quid. And even my mate in Scotland also offered him same price. He knew Vic, me wanted it. He refused. He ended up getting 290 quid for it. So there you go. 290 quid for this Gem Quad. Super components. Good spreaders. Lost a lifetime. G0SVY M0VDO LZ7CW.
Yes, okay, Vic, from Golf Zero Sugar Victor Yankee and the group. Okay on the Gem Quad. Yes, I think the build quality of the Big Signal is okay. Little things they probably could improve on it. But one thing we do know is that there's an antenna called the Cubix Quad from America, I think. We've got a VK friend that's just built one. Really heavy duty, but very, very expensive. So I think this quad that you and Tony have got, the big signal one, works really well for, you know, for the price. The guys in Aussie, they're talking in the thousands of dollars. I know the currency is different, but I still think everybody's got to go a long way to beat my 50 quid 3-element Yagi that is 30 years old, Vic. And okay on the vintage. Well, I'm a 58 vintage myself, so I'm catching you up slowly. But that's all good, all good. Right, I'll check you back round to Tony. He wants to talk about quads. He loves talking about quads. He's so happy with it, Vic. So back round to you, Tony.
Yeah, cheers, Dave. M0 video returning, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Lovely signals from you, Vic, and from Dave, of course, stating the obvious. Yeah, Mike, G3 SED, yeah, you know, funny enough, Vic, I only worked him 2 days ago on 80 meters, and I was 2, maybe 3 days ago, and I was talking to him, and he mentioned about the quad. I mentioned I've got a quad, and he said that he'd spoken to you, and he was really interested in them, and he wants me to keep him posted on my findings with it and that, so I said I would. I'll send him some videos and some info, and I suppose it's difficult really to advise people, because whatever antenna I put up here might be different, say, for Dave or for you, Vic. You know, it's very subjective, isn't it, sometimes? But I must say here, the noise is just the noise floors, signal to noise is just amazingly different. It's very good. A good 2-3 S points in some cases, quieter on the bands for me. So that was what we initially set out to do, and it's worked. So I'm a happy bunny, Vic, that's for sure. A very, very happy bunny. It worked plenty on it. Both me and Dave worked we had some good contacts over the last few days, so it can't be bad. It can't be bad. But yeah, there's a few niggly little things. I think Dave, far more so than me, you know, will probably strengthen and possibly redo, as Dave said, when it comes over, you know, in the next storms, which we're fast heading into bloody autumn, winter now, aren't we? So I'm sure there'll be plenty of up and down with the electric winches again this year. Do you know, it was quite funny when we put them all up. I think it was last year or the year before. I think, or we attached the electric winches. Me and Dave said we probably only use these a couple of times a year. Christ almighty, last winter I think that we must have used them about 10 or 15 times. Up and down like a bloody yo-yo, and down on the floor for a couple of weeks at a time sometimes, with constant batterings from the winds. Now, LZ7CW, back to you, Vic, from M0 Video.
M0 Video, LZ7CW. G0SVY, yeah, as well. Yeah, Mike said he never had a quad. I can't believe that. He had nearly every antenna that was on the market, and radios as well. He got same radio as me. That was nice to hear. Puts out good audio. But he said he never had the quad. For that price, you know. I mean, I know it's when you look at the boxes are flimsy. I got a flimsy box. I always say it's a Kellogg's type box, you know. And I did have I radio delivered it when I was in the UK. My first ICOM 775 DSP. It was broken down. The PAs had gone, but I got it delivered from Waters and Stanton. Yeah, you know who they are. And it was in the most disgusting Kellogg's type box ever. And it got damaged. It did. Yeah. For a 20-odd kilogram a radio. Well, I'm glad you're pleased with it, and the noise is you're happy with the noise. I don't get noise here at the moment, unless someone moves in and switches on a plasma TV or something. I doubt it. There's no electricity for anyone in this location, and I'm a mile from town, so I don't get noise from anybody. I do get band noise, and I think it's deliberate. It's like a rushing, like the waves coming up on the beach, you know. There's a lot of these frequencies being used by the conflict, not 300, 400 miles away. For the drones and that, they're using all the frequencies as available, and but sometimes they seem to tag onto my signal. Not here on 20 right now. On 17, I did have the noise on 17 not so long ago, and they stay there. Yeah, they drift up and down the band, and then they tag onto you like it's. I don't know. I ignore them. They're not 5 and 9. They're just about 5 and 1. Someone comes in as a 5 and 9, and then they're just they're gone, but they're there. Yeah, well, I'm. You won't believe this, Dave and Tony. I've got to rush to the bathroom, so I'm going to go Kiowati if you don't mind. But I'm glad you both succeeded in putting that antenna together, and Tony's absolutely over the moon with it on the noise floor, and maybe working plenty of DX. Yeah. So please stay safe, both of you, and thanks again for giving me a call. M0 VDO LZ G0SVY LZ7CW.
Yeah, okay, I'll pick it up. I wasn't sure if that was to me or Tony. I'll just check I'm not doubling. No, I'm not in Dublin. I'm in England. All right, Vic, you dash off. Lovely to hear you, mate. I'm glad you're okay and everything is still good with the radio. And we'll look for you again. We'll be on in the evenings a bit more. Now the nights are drawing in. There's not so much you can do outside either with the weather changing. It is changing. The leaves are starting to drop. The garden's a mess. But I'll send you 73s and let you dash to the bathroom. You take care and also look after yourself. Stay safe. And we look forward to the next time. And I'll put it back to you for any final, then chuck it over to Tony for him to say his farewells. Catch you later, Vic. Thank you very much. Great to hear you. LZ7CW, Golf Zero Sugar, Victor Yankee, over.
Yeah, Roger, Dave. Yeah, you're on the 20 now. You're on the 20, most of that over. Certainly nice to hear your dulcet tones again. A long time. I knew we'd finally get to know about the antenna, but I left it up to you to either send me an email or to catch me on the band. You know what frequencies I normally get on, I'm sure. This is the 20 meter one if I can get on it. This is where my measurements were made for this antenna. All right, I'm looking at 50 megs now. I don't know what the condition is on 50 megs whatsoever, Dave. But I put together an extended double ZEP, Tony, Dave, for 50 megs. It's finished this year. I don't know, but it's it's outside. I can see it in the daytime, of course, through the window. It's only about 4 or 5 feet in front of the house, and I can see it. But it's an extended double ZEP for 50 megs, and it will be rotatable, and it's going to be right above. It's going to be five wavelengths. It could be too high. I don't know. I don't care. But it'll be light, very light, and it'll be above this beam. It won't interfere with the beam at all, like other antennas I've tried for 10 meters. It won't interfere. I'm sure 50 megs, but it'll be rotatable. It will. Right, we'll see what Tony's got to say before I rush off. M0 VDOLZ7CW.
Yeah, okay, Vic, no problem at all. Well, a pleasure to work here again, mate. Fantastic. I'm conscious you want to get off, mate, but look, we'll have many more chats like this, hopefully, and we'll have a good laugh along the way, that's for sure. And keep comparing notes on these antennas. Why not? That's what it's all about, mate. But you're going over the 20 at times, mate. You are, so the band's waking up a little bit, I think. But, mate, 7-3 is all the best. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I do look forward to the next one, eh? A pleasure as always, Vic. LZ7CW, M0 Video.
Yeah, Roger, Tony, Dave. Yeah, you take the frequency. I'm going to be switching off right now. You take care. Please stay safe. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye, Vic.
Thank you, Vic. All the best. Thank you.
73s. Bye-bye, Vic.
Take care, Dave. Tony.
M0VDO, G0SBY.
Yeah, very good, Dave. Very good, very good. Yeah, all good. You're very quiet on here. But of course, you're beaming away from me, aren't you? Is that right? Yeah, it is.
Testing a new antenna there.
Yes, I'm beaming at 100 degrees.
Yeah.
So you're right on the back of the beam almost.
Yeah, that's right. And for me, normally, what would you be, Dave? About 300-ish? 280, 300 maybe?
Yeah, 300, 320, somewhere around there, but I'm not going to turn it. But yeah, I'll call you back on the other one, over.
Yeah, go for it, Dave. Call me on 2. I'll put the linear into standby. It can take a breath.
CQ20, Mike 7, Golf Hotel Delta. That's Mike 7, Golf Hotel Delta. M7 GHD, calling CQ on 20 metres and standing by.